how can Muslims love our Prophet Muhammad rather than just say we love him and no actions? My brother Mukhan 999, you should have asked that how could we really love Allah first? Because Prophet Muhammad came to tell us about Allah. So if we love Allah, we love Prophet Muhammad. And why I'm saying is this, because one of the conditions of our La ilaha illallah is the love for Allah. And the answer is there in the Quran. Answer is there, because that's the reason I'm saying that when you talk about Prophet Muhammad, the love will come together. How is that? Quran says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهِ قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهِ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. Alhamdulillah. See, this is the ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, "O Prophet Muhammad, tell these people." They talk about that how Allah will love them and how they love Allah. So loving Allah or getting Allah, receiving Allah's love, you want Allah to love you, the criteria is to follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. This is very clear, the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, in Kitabul Iman and Kitabul Ilm. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. First the ayah about love of Allah, and the second hadith of the love, the love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The ayah says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. Say, if you truly love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, follow me, and definitely then Allah will love you. This is Allah, your claim that you love Allah, and your wish to for Allah to love you. The criteria is that you follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in your life. Do as what he has, the way he has asked us to do. Live by his guidance. Second thing, that your love, which is your question here, that your love for Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is very clear in the hadith, that لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. That a person cannot be a true believer unless he loves me more than his father, more than his son, and every man around him. And what that love means, that love of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, more than the father, more than the son, more than people around that is mentioned in Surah At-Tawbah. That is described more. قُلْ إِنْ كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ وَأَبْنَاؤُكُمْ وَإِخْوَانُكُمْ وَعَشِيرَتُكُمْ وَأَزْوَاجُكُمْ وَعَشِيرَتُكُمْ وَأَمْوَالٌ اقْتَرَفْتُمُوهَا وَتِجَارَةٌ تَخْشَوْنَ كَسَادَهَا وَمَسَاكِنُ تَرْضَوْنَهَا أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَجِهَادٍ فِي سَبِيلِهِ فَتَرَبَّصُوا حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْفَاسِقِينَ. If you love your forefathers and your fathers and your children and your grandchildren, and then your wives and your brothers and sisters and your other relatives, and you love your وَتِجَارَةٌ تَخْشَوْنَ كَسَادَهَا وَأَمْوَالٌ اقْتَرَفْتُمُوهَا وَتِجَارَةٌ تَخْشَوْنَ كَسَادَهَا وَمَسَاكِنُ تَرْضَوْنَهَا أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَجِهَادٍ فِي سَبِيلِهِ. That these 8 things, love for your parents and ancestors, love for your wives, your brothers and sisters, and your other relatives, and then your wealth, and your business, and your dwellings. 8 things. If these are more beloved to you than Allah and His Rasul and fighting in His cause, then wait for Allah's decision. Allah will not guide the rebellions. So these are very clear. What does that mean? It means that when it comes to the relationship with your parents, the relationship with your other relatives, human relationship, you cannot compromise with deen. You cannot. You have to love and respect all these human relationships according to the guidance of Allah and His Rasul. not you. You can't just disobey Allah and His Rasul for your mother. You can't disobey Allah and His Rasul for your dunya. You can't. If you do that, then you are amongst the fasiqeen, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not guide you to the right path. So, in short, what I want to say is that people, those who are saying that they love Allah and they love Rasul, and their life is totally opposite of that, that means they are hypocrites. Subhanallah. They don't have any respect of Islam in their hearts. You know, our life is first, when we say Muslim, we are servants of Allah, we are slaves of Allah, and we are those who have to abide by Allah's law. Our everything that we do in our life, whether it is a job, whether it is your personal activities, whether it is your relationship with your husband or wife, whether it is your relationship with your brothers and sisters, whether your relationship in any aspect of your life, it has to be according to the teaching of Islam. That's the true Islam, that's the true Muslim. If you don't have that and you are just normal, you don't know how to relieve yourself in the toilet, you don't know what cleanliness means, you don't know what salah means, you don't know what zakah means, you don't know what halal eating is meant, and you don't know what halal earning is meant, and you don't know what are the limits for mixing men and women together, you don't have the limit, understanding of mahram and non-mahram, and you just chat with anybody the way you like it. Subhanallah, all these things, and you call yourself Muslim, then you are lying to yourself and betraying yourself, deceiving yourself, and you will be regretting on the day of judgment. It will be too late for you to understand that.